Hey guys, Spencer here, and we're going to go over the Heat Storm Quartz Infrared Smart Heater today and kind of talk you through it, and then we'll show you how it works with the actual remote. We'll show you how it works with the Wi-Fi and the app, and we'll be good to go. All right, first thing to note is it is 120 volts. It does not work with 220, and it may need its own circuit. It does draw a lot of power, so you may be able to have a few more things like small lights and stuff on there, but you don't want to put it in a circuit with a bunch of other big things like microwave stoves and stuff, or you may see some problems. Second thing, it's made for a room. If the room has no other supplementary heat, it's just this single wall heater, and it gets really cold in the winter, like where I'm at in Utah, then you're looking at maybe 150 square feet. If it's supplemental, so a room that's already got heat but maybe can't seem to get above 60 or 65, this thing can do about 1,000 square feet, so a lot more if you're doing supplemental. As far as installation, I'm going to show you on the back here real quick. There's only 4 screws you'll have to put into a wall. You'll put in 4 screws, and it's almost like hanging a picture frame. You can see right there, you'll just put that, and then you'll set it down, just like you would with a picture frame. So really, really easy to install. Now we'll turn it on and kind of show you what we're looking at here. You can see we can just push the on button right there. It'll give you a current readout on the temperature, and it'll let you know if it's on or not. Obviously right now it's not on. Now I can turn it on using the app, or I can turn it on using the remote that they give you right here, or I can manually turn it on right here. Now we'll zoom in on the display here, let you see what the options are. If you're just able to use the display, you can see you can select a desired temperature. You can also go over here and instead of choosing a temperature where you say that you want it to be set at a temperature and just automatically come on when it's below that temperature, you can also choose just to use a timer and set it so that it'll go 2, 4, 6, 8 hours and then shut off, and that's fine. It just kind of depends on how you plan on using the heater. Then right here, you can see you can choose if you want a low or a high fan setting, or auto, which essentially says, pick a temperature, and if it's way below that temperature, you're going to want to turn it on high. If it's pretty close to that temperature, you're going to want to be low. So right now you can see it's set to 68 degrees. I can turn that up. Let's say I get it up to 70 here. You're going to hear it automatically kick on. Now the way it works is first you're going to see the infrared heat kick on, and that's right in here. And then you're actually going to hear the fan kick on about 10, 15 seconds later. Same thing happens in reverse when you shut it off. You're going to hear the fan keep blowing, and you'll see the infrared turn off while the fan kind of finishes cooling it off. Now, as far as where it actually gets hot, you can see I've got it set down right here. They don't recommend doing it that way. They recommend hanging it up on a wall. Obviously, it's safer that way, but I can touch right here even as it's heating up, and it's not too hot to touch underneath there. It's pretty warm right here across the front, and then obviously really hot right in front of the infrared heaters that you can actually see heating up at this point. But again, I'm touching at the bottom and not really having any issues at all right now. Now real quick, not sure how this is going to look in reverse on the screen right there, but the app works really, really well. You can connect it to Wi-Fi, or you can use a little remote that comes with it. That makes it really good for Airbnbs. You can use leave the remote for guests, or you can manually control it from Wi-Fi as well. You can set all kinds of things as far as just a general temperature in there. You can do a child lock, which essentially locks the controls on the actual device itself, so make sure a kid doesn't come up and start messing with it. You can set a timer from here. You can power it on and off, and then you can see right there it actually works with Alexa and Google Assistant. If you have either one of those, you can do a ton more by programming it into either one of those. I don't use it with either one of those because I just have it set to a certain temperature, and it automatically comes on whenever it goes below that temperature. All in all, though, a super simple unit that works really well. I love that it's got the Wi-Fi and the remote that you can use, and you can control it directly from the actual wall heater. I love having all 3 of those options. Just makes it really versatile depending on how you want to use it, and all of them work well, which is great as well.